This is very cute. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at some Calico Critters or Sylvanian Family items. If you're not familiar, Calico Critters are called that in the US and I believe Canada, but everywhere else in the world, they are called Sylvanian Families. It's the same product. It was just some type of copyright issue with the name in North America. So I'll probably be using the names interchangeably throughout this video. But I recently unboxed a mini Sylvanian Family's house and it just pushed me over the edge. And suddenly I bought all this stuff. So first thing we're gonna do is take a look at these two items. So on the left, we have this super adorable little house.
I believe it's called the Red Roof Cozy Cottage Starter Home.
This particular version was released, I think, in 2019 or 2020. There is a newer version, which I was very tempted to buy. I decided on this one instead because of the shutters. Not only does the door open and close, the shutters do as well. I bought this used off of eBay and I took it completely apart to clean it because it was a little dusty. And I'm just noticing right now that I have the shutters on upside down. So stand by. Okay, shutters are on now, right side up. And as you can see, they do open. It's a super cute detail. Obviously, it has a red roof, which is part of a whole series of red roof buildings. And I love the details in the molded plastic. We've got brickwork at the bottom, siding here, then kind of like a stucco feel here with this really pretty detail in the molded plastic of like vine work and flowers. We also see that detail here in the shutters and on the door. There is some texturing in the front kind of pathway of the house. As I said, I bought this used off of eBay for a really good price. Wasn't really able to find one of these new in box. What I was mostly seeing online was the newer version. The newer version does not have the shutters, and also the newer version has a curved kind of banister here. Instead of flat. When you turn to the side, you can see two kind of doorways here. Again, we've got a little bit of vine and floral detail molded into the plastic. Gate here is removable and can be moved to the side where there's other slots. On the other side, we have a little rounded window, which is really cute. And then we have this window down here with the shutter detail again. I really wish the frames around these windows and this shutter detail here were the same color as the frames and shutter in the front. So here we have the inside of the house. It comes with this little removable kind of staircase ladder situation, but you could move it to the side or the front or really wherever you want it to be. And like I said, this set came used, so it didn't come with the full complete original set. It would have originally come with some table chairs and then this bench to go with the table. It also came with this omelet. I think it's an omelet with some ketchup on it or something. The paint is chipping off. It come with this cute little bed. So here is the bed itself, solid piece of plastic. It came with a tiny little mattress, this little quilt that fits over it. The original set also came with this little kitchen piece with opened cabinets and this little kind of sink pipe detail, which is very nice. I believe the newer version of the house, the kitchen set is not as detailed, especially under the sink, and it's a different type of style and plastic. This looks a little bit more realistic than the newer one. And then we have the little oven, cute, and then the little range top. Love the details. You can see even the little kind of floral print molded into the plastic here. And it also came with a big frying pan. The original set would have come with a Freya or I think in the US she's called Belle maybe.
But this used set came with a bunch of figures.
So here we have the whole chocolate rabbit family that came with the set. They were kind of dirty when I got them. You know, they're older. They were obviously played with. Brown color had rubbed off at the top of their ears. They had fuzzies. They had some dirt stains. So I washed them as best as I could.
I actually ended up recoloring their ears using a Crayola washable marker in brown. That was the closest brown I could find in my marker collection, and it turned out okay. So that was my eBay find, this little starter house.
Now, as you can see, it only has 2 floors.
I kind of wanted a little mini addition, but not something huge like the big buildings.
And then I saw this online. This is very interesting. It's called the Roof Playhouse. And I got it from a store called Five Below for $20.
So before I open it, I actually should point out. So it's supposed to come with a little chocolate rabbit baby named Breeze, I guess. And then it's supposed to come with 2 chairs, a table, and a high chair. And then this little kind of slide, like a little toy slide. You can see it doesn't have the shutters, but it does have a little mailbox. You can see the side of the pictures showing what you could potentially fit in the house. And then the back photos. It looks like normal Calico Critter packaging. Looks like we have some instructions on the flap. It looks like the slide turns into the ladder to get to the 2nd floor. So it comes packaged like this. It's pretty much all one piece. So we have the base floor was not attached, so it could be a smaller box, I guess. This looks like a classic Calico Critters floor. So you can stack this house on top of another red roof component. And then this floor acts like a ceiling, and this little indent here is to hold a light fixture, which I did buy one. This is a Calico Critters ceiling light, but this definitely looks tiny in comparison to the main house. So we'll stick it together. Here is the accessories. I like how she's just peeking, like, hi. Our chocolate rabbit babies. You can see what the ears look like when they're brand new compared to recolor that I did with markers. Cute baby. Legs do not move. The arms do not move. Permanently in this little pose, this little baby pose. And she's wearing a little pink outfit. So we've got the high chair. It's still very detailed in the molded plastic. Put her in her high chair. That's cute. And we have 2 regular chairs that have a very elongated seat, but that's probably so they can sit better. And then we have the table. Definitely a different shade of brown than the original house came with. Like, looks like a different pattern. And then we have the slide, which again has a cute little pattern there. The little steps. And then I guess you flip it like that and it's a ladder. Okay, this looks perfect together. This is exactly what I envisioned. I didn't realize the one from Five Below was going to be so much shorter than the other one, but in terms of the way the houses line up is what I had in mind. So if we move the little staircase out of the way, you can see that they can easily move from one house to the other. Now, again, this one is very short, but I think it still works. This is adorable. Let's see how they line up side by side. You can see the difference here.
The side wall is more recessed.
Shorter. We've got, again, the little brickwork here on the side. Shutters. So if you wanted them to line up perfectly, you can see there's less front platform here. So I just noticed this was actually in the mailbox. It's a tiny little package that's so cute. So you can actually put it in the mailbox. The doors look a little different. A different mold.
The windows have the same floral pattern.
We have the floral pattern down here too.
And of course, this balcony is quite bigger.
Couple things I'm noticing right now that I wanted to point out real quick. So one, the roof is red on the inside because it's just one layer of plastic right here. Whereas here it looks like it's more than one layer of plastic because we've got the kind of cream color on the inside. The reverse at the top of the roof is red, but we've got this kind of inside cream colored layer before you hit the red plastic on the outside. Also, they both have this little bit of the cream colored board floor before you hit the wood or the plastic to look like wood. And that's because both of the top floors are removable. So you can take them out,
You can actually use them to extend the floor, although this is significantly shorter. So not really great at extending the floor because it's shorter than the main floor. It's not as wide, but that allows us a better view of some of the interior details. So we have a little bit more detail in this house, such as this kind of wainscoting is on the sides. And then we've got this paneling on all 3 walls here. While you can see that paneling in the smaller house going around the front, it is not on the sides. And there's no like wainscoting detail up here on the sides either. But the reverse of both of these includes that kind of cool ceiling paneling detail with a place for a light attachment. Here's the light packaging, tells you how to align it. So you have to take it apart by unscrewing the little screw and put in 2 batteries. And that's the light. It stays pretty good. There is also a place up here to put another light.
So now we'll take a quick look at some of the other things I bought to fill the house.
So first we're going to look at the bath and shower set. I have ordered some furniture that is actually coming from Japan. There was a lot of Sylvanian Family sets that I couldn't find in the US, but I really liked this set because of the little kind of shower curtain.
It could be a nice little room divider for these floors.
We have this. Now, I wish it was printed on both sides, but it's still pretty adorable. We have the bathtub. It's like a nice piece of plastic with gold detail with the legs, so it's a cute little clawfoot tub. And we have the shower head and taps. That is so cute. It's also kind of a gold brass color. So here's everything in the set. I love that it comes with a little tile floor, a little drain. That's precious, but we're not done. It can't be Sylvanian Family without more accessories. So we've got a little stand. Oh, I just noticed this little shell detail, a little seashell. We've got a little stand and a little basket. Ah! We have a tiny sponge! And a little towel. I think this is a little headband that one of the little kid bunnies would wear so they don't get their ears wet. Wait, let's look at the picture. That is exactly what it is. Look at these accessories. The painted detail reminds me of Rement. So we have probably like shampoo and conditioner or something. And a little tiny like soap dish, shell-shaped soap dish with a tiny little soap. And instead of like a rubber ducky, it's a little rubber whale.
Time to put it in the house.
So for now, I put the bathroom on the 2nd floor. On Amazon, when I was looking for Calico Critters furniture, this set came up and it arrived in a box, in a plain white box. And it included this really cute wardrobe, which has 2 hangers, a little rod, and then a tiny little shelf. I like the little gold detail. It's a little plastic piece. Now, the picture on the listing showed it with a Calico Critter type creature, but I think it's actually 1/12 scale. But I think it's a good size compared to the kids. Like, that's perfectly acceptable. We've got a coat rack. Again, this is the size of the coat rack comparison to a kid. And then here is the dad. So not bad. We have a little desk and all the drawers open. Again, here it is next to dad. Again, good size for the kid. We have a full-length mirror. Honestly, can't tell if there's a protective coating on this mirror or not. I haven't been able to peel it off, but it looks kind of like a bad mirror sticker. In terms of size, now here's the chair, which is too small. I think a kid can sit on it technically. He could sit on it. It works. I wouldn't recommend the chair, but it works in a pinch. Then we have a little vanity. Again, here is next to dad and next to kid. Drawer opens, so not bad detail. Also, if you can see, there's a little bit of
design imprinted around the frame of the mirror, which is nice. We have a little lamp, which actually looks like a lamp I saw a Calico Critter set come with. This has a gold lampshade. And then finally we have the bunk beds. 2 beds. This is the bed made, this is the bed unmade. So what the bed came with, we've got a little ladder, which obviously does not look the right scale for a Calico Critter, but it's fine. Has a plastic pillow, this little piece of kind of velvety feeling material, and then this little green check material. And what I did is, because it does not come with a mattress, I cut a little piece of foam. I wasn't sure if it was gonna work, so I didn't glue it. I just pinned it. That way, if I ever wanna do something else, it's very easy to undo. Easy peasy. So then we have a little mattress, pillow, and then I use this as like a little blanket. And in terms of size, it is perfectly fine for the kids. Too small for the adults, which is good because they are in fact supposed to be bunk beds. So this is what they look like, bunk bed style. Still very cute. So I put some of the bedroom furniture on the first floor, the ground floor, because I don't have any living room furniture as of yet. And obviously I established the kids' room right next to the bathing room. And then we've got the parents' bedroom on the other side and the little kitchen and dining area on the ground floor of the smaller house. Definitely love it. Very much looking forward to getting more pieces. One final set I have to open, which I don't know that I'm gonna put any of this stuff in this house. I just had to have this little Halloween set. It's called the Halloween Surprise Party Set.
The characters included are Reggie, this baby midnight cat, Peppermint, the tuxedo cat, and Sky, the Persian cat.
We've got a cape for girl, cape for baby, table with 2 chairs, 2 plates, 2 large plates, 2 medium plates, 2 teacups, 2 saucers, 2 forks, 2 spoons, a cake stand, a lower cake, an upper cake, a chocolate decoration house, a chocolate decoration ghost, a candle, a cupcake cat, cupcake cream, pumpkin pudding pumpkin, pumpkin pudding ghost, and 2 pumpkin pudding lids, and a jack-o'-lantern hat. Oh, some type of transforming cake. So the berry shortcake transforms into a pumpkin cake somehow. Ha, look at that. So the inside flap shows the instructions. The capes turn into their little costumes. So the cape turns into a bat or the cape turns into a ghost. First off, you can use the inside of the packaging to be a tiny little room, and that just has me gagged. This is so cute. We've got a little table, chairs, and our adorable little figures, and I will get to all of them very soon. 2 place settings, the large plate, the medium plate, the teacups, the saucers. Love the little details in the plates. It's kind of a pale pink. We also have gold flatware, and look at the packaging. It's a pumpkin. It's a pumpkin shape. This isn't part of the set at all, like this pumpkin shape. You just pluck the little guys out, and yet they went to the effort of making it a little pumpkin shape. So now we have the accessories. We've got a cake stand with a spider web detail. We have these little pumpkin treats. So you open the little lid of the pumpkin. Inside there's a ghost. This one is a jack-o'-lantern face. So we have like 2 little cupcakes. One is shaped like a cat. One is just like a regular cupcake shape. And then we have these decorations for either the cupcake or the cake. So we've got a little castle, a ghost, and a candle. Here's the berry cake option. If you want to flip it, put the candle, could go here, and then you put that there. So there we have the treats and the place settings. Let's look at the figures. This is Sky the Persian cat. Look at her tail. So she's wearing her little bat costume, and I guess this is supposed to flip down. There we go. Now she's in her cape. Look how fuzzy she is. And she's got little whiskers. Oh, she's cute. She's wearing her little dress. It's got a
Very Halloween print on the skirt with a scalloped edge. It's not a finished edge in terms of a hem. Got her little gathered sleeves. And of course she can move her arms and her legs. And she has that tail, which is bendable. Now, Baby came with this, well, the set came with this hat, but Baby wears it by, you just kind of, it's got a little place in the back of the pumpkin to angle it so it doesn't cover the baby, but it's a cute little purple witch hat. This is kind of like a little jack-o'-lantern baby holder, so you can take the baby out. And oh my goodness, look at this precious little baby. Oh, so cute. Wearing a little green outfit. Well, it's just kind of felt wrapped around the little baby. The arms and legs are stationary, just like the other baby. Okay, so is this like a toddler and this is like a newborn? Look how tiny this baby is. And I just double checked. Actually, Freya and this cat, Sky, are actually the same size. So these are kids. Other little kitten must be a toddler like the bunny I just showed you. So this tiny cat is Peppermint. Look at this cute little kitten. She is also wearing a tiny little dress. She does not have a tail, and neither did the baby. And her arms and legs move, unlike the little toddler bunny that came with the discount set. So the chairs that come with this set kind of have a Gothic Victorian feel because of the purple and the gray. And I don't really want to take everything off the table because I said it already, but you can see the decoration in the table and the molded plastic detail. And I love the curved legs. So here it is, all set up. Could it be any more adorable or precious? How many times have I said those words in this video? I don't know. So here is my full Calico Critters / Sylvanian Family haul, and it is adorable. I am probably now addicted, and I can't wait to get the other things I ordered. What do you think of these adorable little figures and their playsets and buildings? Let me know your thoughts by commenting down below.